Hey YouTubers, your buddy Platt. Today we're continuing on our wine series. Today I'm going to talk about a grape that you might not necessarily know of, and partly due to its limited growing region, but it's still a very important white wine grape, and that's Albarino. Albarino is a light-bodied, highly acidic white wine. It's grown primarily in Spain and Portugal, and that might be why a lot of people might not know it. It is also grown in a few other regions. There's some plantings in Chile, Argentina, here in the U.S., but Spain and Portugal are its predominant homes. Wine historians, a lot of them believe that this is a clone of the Riesling grape. Some other wine historians have theorized, though, that this might be an offshoot of the Petit Manzin grape. So its origin is not 100% nailed down. In Australia, or you may see an Australian product that labels itself Albarino, but it's not from the Albarino grape. It's actually believed to be from the Sauvignon grape. So if you ever saw an Australian Albarino, just be aware it might be something a little different. Albarino has a very dramatic, aromatic intensity. You pick up things like lemon, pear, honeysuckle on the nose. It has a mouth-watering acidity, and that acidity gives it a kind of a longish finish. Even though it's an acidic wine, this wine does not necessarily age well. It's preferred to be drank young. Flavor-wise, you're going to get lemon, honeydew melon, nectarines as far as the flavor. Albarino is best served cold. After serving, when the wine does heat up a little bit or the temperature rises, the wine tends to open up a little bit, and you'll start to get some pear, some apricot notes on the wine. Food pairing wise, this wine is known as the seafood lover's wine. It goes great with things like scallops, shrimp, sea bass. It also pairs very nice with certain cheeses like Monterey Jack, Swiss, and Provolone. But overall, any seafood this wine works great with. The particular one we're going to try today is the Martin Kodak's, I hope I'm saying that right, Albarino, 2016 vintage, comes in at 13% alcohol by volume. The vineyard itself was opened in 1986, and it is from the Rias Baixas denomination of origin. If you haven't heard that term before, in Europe, the way they classify wines is not necessarily by the grape, Riesling, Merlot, Pinot Noir, but by the region it's grown. A way to think of it here in the U.S. is think about Napa Valley wines, or Russian River Valley wines, Columbia Valley wines. Think of it in that context. Well, let's give her a try. Yeah, get a little bit of that lemon citrus on the nose. Has a little brightness to it, if that makes any sense. Bright's not a flavor, but just you get a little brightness on the nose. Let's give her a try. Yeah, that acidity hits real quick on the side of the tongue. This is a nice crisp wine. I could see why. I get the Riesling comparison a little bit, but I think the acidity really differs there. This is a good bit more acidic. I definitely can see why this would be a great seafood wine, or just a food wine in general, because that acidity does get the mouth going. I know I'm getting redundant on the acidity. Nice sweetness. Body-wise, it's not big like a Chardonnay, but there is something. There's some substantial. It's not thin. I get a little of the linger in my mouth, but it's not a long finish, but there's a presence there, and it stays in your mouth. Still very drinkable though. Goes down nice. I could tell by the crispness this is a better served cold. If you want, some wines like a bigger Chardonnay, you wouldn't necessarily throw in a bucket of ice, but this is one you could just throw in a bucket of ice, and I think it would work out fine. Overall, nice wine. I definitely see this as a, maybe a backyard patio cookout. Maybe you're grilling some shrimp, kind of thing on a nice late summer evening. Like I said, overall, good wine. Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe down below. Any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section, or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. Well, until next time, bottoms up.